Seahawks running back Marshawn Lynch was non-committal when asked if he'd return next season after signing with the team in Week 17 this year. Following the Seahawks loss, Marshawn did open up and give some advice to younger players. Take a listen for yourself.
I'll say like this, though, right? It's a vulnerable time for a lot of these young dudes, you feel me? They don't be taking care of their chicken right, you feel me? So if they was me, or if I had an opportunity to let these little young sahabs know something, I say take care of y'all money, African, because don't last forever. Now, I done been on the other side of a retirement, and it's good when you get over there and you can do what the you want to. So I tell y'all right now, while y'all in it, take care of y'all bread, so when y'all done, you go ahead and take care of yourself. So while y'all at it right now, take care of y'all bodies, you know what I mean? Don't take care of y'all chicken. You feel me? Don't take care of y'all mentals, because, look, we ain't lasting that long. You know, I had a couple of players that I played with that, you know what I mean, they no longer here no more. They no longer.
Okay, Shannon, do you think this was a retirement speech?
No, but this is real talk from a guy that doesn't say much, at least publicly. And he's saying, if I could give any of these, he's trying to talk, he cleaned it up. Because if you'd got him somewhere where there's no cameras, he'd have gave it to you real. And he'd have talked to you like we talk in the barbershop. But he cleaned it up for the cameras and said, look, while you in it, take care of yourself. Take care of your money. Take care of your body. Because you're not going to be, I know everybody thinks they're going to have Tom Brady's career and they're going to play 20 plus years. Yep. But you're not. He says, I've been on the other side of retirement. I've been retired. I retired in 2004, Skip. It's a great luxury to work if you want to, not because you have to. Yep. It's a bad thing, Skip. You work all these years, you make millions and millions of dollars, and you got to go get up and do a 9 to 5 because you didn't take care of the money that you had while you was in it. Because everybody thinks you're going to be like a doctor or lawyer, Skip. They don't make the kind of money that we make as professionals. They just make their money over an extended period of time. You make a lot of money in a finite period of time. So what Marshawn was telling, bro, take care of your bread. Yep. Because there's going to come a time you're not going to make $5 million. You're not going to make $20 million. And you're going to look back and you're going to think, man, what did I buy? What did I do that I got to get up now and go punch a clock? There's nothing, and I don't want people to say, well, there ain't nothing wrong with working. I'm just saying, that should be a choice you have. If you want to work, have at it. Yep. But I remember, Skip, Marvin Demoff's been my agent since 1996. And when I said I was, because I changed agents, and he said, well, what do you want? Because I need you to give me the most money. He's like, write down what you want when you're done with football. Got three kids at the time. He said, write it down. He says, okay, this is what we need to do. If he says, Shannon, you can spend $99.14, Shannon spent $99.13.
Yeah, I believe that.
So when it was all said and done, I work now. I love what I do.
Yeah.
But if FS1 say, you know what, Skip's going into retirement, Jenny wants to do her own thing, Shannon, y'all go call them people, come get this stuff, Shannon gonna be back in Atlanta, kick back. Because I took care of myself. And that's what Marshawn said. Take care of yourself, take care of your money. And so when it comes to retirement, you don't go scratching and screaming because where my next dollar coming from? And I gotta go working because I didn't take care of myself. He gave you real talk.
I thought of you when I first saw this very early this morning. And I got goosebumps when I watched it because it was some deep wisdom coming from him. You could call it street wisdom, but it was eloquent the way he can be eloquent. He wanted to deliver a message that he hopes they will hear, those young, you-know-what's in the locker room. That they need to hear this. And nobody can hit home like he can hit home with those young kids in the locker room. So in this case, I do believe it was a retirement speech because
I think he'll come back for them, Skip.
Do you?
I believe he'll come back for just for Seattle. Okay. Nobody else.
I got that, but remember they lost Chris Carson and Procise, and they're 25 years old. And then they lost Rashad Penny, who's a first-round draft pick, and he was 23 years old. What I saw last night during the game was when it's time for him to try to get 100 yards by getting some 6- and 7-yard carries between the 20s, that's not going to happen anymore.
No.
Now, he can get you that 1 yard at the goal line.
Yes,
Woo,
yes.
He still beats most.
Yes.
But I'm not sure they're going to be able to find a place for him.
No.
And I don't know that he wants them to find a place. But to your point, he can go on, as he called it, the other side and be just fine.
Exactly.
Because he was careful with his money, with his body, and his head.
Right.
He's talking about you need to be able to function on the other side, too.
Exactly.
So I loved what he said. And as you point out, he doesn't speak very much. But he wanted to deliver a message, not to us, to his locker room, or to all the kids out there on other teams.
It's Skip, you and I old enough to remember the commercial with Smith Barney.
Yep.
People listen. Yeah, right. But see, Skip, he had the credibility because he's the street. He can go.
Does.
He can go anywhere. He can talk to the guys in the locker room. His home in Oaktown.
Oh.
They get around and gather. But Skip, he was speaking to a specific group of people in the locker room. You know, he said African, but we know who he was talking to. He says it's us that need to do a better job with our money.
Yep.
So when it comes to retirement, you like, man, what I'm gonna do? When you had 30, you had $40 million. It breaks my heart, Skip, because I read the stat. I think 87% within the first 3 years, divorce, bankrupt. Skip, you made all that money, and you mean to tell me the first 3 years, 87% of us?
I agree. And may I say, I hope some of the white kids had their ears open, too.
That was nice.
Man, Marshawn gave that real spit there.
Whew, it definitely was. Guys, tonight is the night. Who is going to win the national championship game? Our predictions next.
On Lamar Jackson, MVP winner eventually to whatever that was, Patrick Mahomes needed to win, trailing 24-0. And my thoughts on Green Bay. Does anybody still like them? That's coming up.
All right, time for our final topic of the day. Heisman winner Joe Burrow leads LSU against Trevor Lawrence and Clemson tonight in the college football national championship game. LSU leads the nation in points per game, while Clemson's defense leads the nation in points allowed. Shannon, who wins tonight?
Something's got to give, Skip.
Yep.
I'm taking LSU only because it's going to be a home game. I know it's not played actually in Baton Rouge, but Skip, New Orleans in the zone, it's basically a home game for them. I'm going to say 41-38, but, man, Clemson, don't underestimate them.
I agree. You're torn on this. Dabo, right?
I am.
Oh, he's so good.
So I think Joe Burrow is a little better than Trevor Lawrence, so I'm also going to go LSU, not into the 40s. I'm going to go 38-35 because both teams are just too good on defense to go up in the 40s or 50s to me. So I'm going to go LSU by 3 in the 30s.
You watch, this game going to be in the 40s, Skip, because the offense is,
So good.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I'm going LSU only because it's in the dome. If it was on a legit neutral site field, I would take Clemson.
Considering the season Burrow has had, though, both these quarterbacks, it's a great one. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I just wish college football wasn't already ending, but hey, lots to look forward to. Great show.